Okay guys, so we should be live now. Let's see what we got here for today. Let me see. First I'm gonna check the daily time frame. So we feel this big gap from Friday to Tuesday when we didn't had a trading day because the Monday was a bank holiday for the US. So my bias for this morning session is sell, because we are a bit overextended here from Wednesday to Thursday today, and we also feel this gap from Friday to Sunday all the way through. I'm expecting price to reach above these highs, then to sell. So maybe let me hide this. Okay, hiding all this, and I'm gonna mark this as buy side liquidity, these relative equal highs over here, which I'm gonna mark with red. So here we have buy side liquidity. As you can see, we are also above the first presented fair value gap from 14th of January. So I'm waiting now to see the first presented fair value gap from 9:30 opening bell. So we are 9 minutes away from the 9:30 opening bell. As you can see, we broke through the first presented, retested it, and I expect price to retest it again maybe, and take these relative equal highs from Friday. So right, these are relative equal highs from Friday. Let me see if this gap, so here's the daily time frame. Okay, let's see how price is gonna react at 9:30 opening bell. Let me check something. Okay, perfect. Also, let me go full screen here. Also, let's go on the 5-minute time frame. Let's make this a bit smaller. I'm gonna delete all this from yesterday. So we are currently trading the PA, the performance account from Apex Trading, as we passed last week on Friday. We passed the account, and I purchased the performance account 2 days ago, and I'm currently $101,000 and in profit. So 1,800 in profit for this account. Today I took a quick scalp in the London session over here. Let me show you. So as we were approaching the first presented fair value of the 17th of January, I took a small short here at 5 a.m. New York time to this low over here. So for a quick scalp I made like 0.3% on that trade, like $300. So let's see, I'm waiting for the first presented to form. For now we have here change in state of delivery on the 1 minute, but as we are so close to the first presented fair value from 17th of January. I'm gonna wait price to break through it again and retest. So I'm not using this as an inversion for now. So this is not, this one isn't, I'm not currently using as an inversion. You could use it for a quick scalp, but now I'm just waiting to see how price is gonna react. So here we have a suspension block. This one is a suspension block from which price reacted to the upside, so good signs for upside reaction in price. We're gonna see let me check for first presented fair values here on Friday. Let's see here. Let me delete all this. Let's see Friday's first presented fair value for so here is 9:30. Here we have the first presented fair value gap. Let me extend this to the right, extend to the right, and this is the first presented fair value gap from 16th of January. Good. And I'm gonna go put the text on the right side. Perfect. Now I'm going back in present. Okay, we're back in present. Now I'm waiting for the 9:30 opening bell to see how price is gonna react and wait for the first presented fair value to take a trade from there. I'm waiting for this session for a buy above the relative equal highs from last Friday, then a drop back down. So now my bias is buy for the beginning of the session. See how price retested back this. This is the first presented fair value from 14th of January. Let me make this extended to the right to see the text over here. So right now I'm waiting to see. So you can use this small fair value as a reclaimed fair value gap for a run higher at this red line, which is the relative equal highs from last Friday. But as we are so close to the 9:30 opening bell, I would wait to see the reaction in price, then look for a trade, because it can create big wicks and can take our stops easily. So let's see. Let's also watch ES for any SMTs or anything like that. Let me delete this. Let's go on 5 minutes. Okay, so ES took this relative equal highs from Thursday as the Nasdaq, so no SMTs right now. Back on the 1 minute. Okay, price is retesting this reclaimed fair value from 8:57 a.m. All this over here is sell side, which I'm gonna use to look for sells. But now we are 1 minute and a half away from 9:30 opening bell. We're also close from the first presented from 16th of January. So if price wants to continue higher, after we take these relative equal highs, that should be our target, but for now I'm gonna just wait. Okay, through it again, through it, this fair value from 857, because we passed through this 50% level. Let me mark this also middle line, so bodies are respecting it for now, but if we see a closure underneath it, it's inversion again. But let's see the 930 in 25 seconds. The 930 price is gonna show. Also look on the daily time frame in the right side over here. Look how these candles are so bullish, especially this one from today. So it needs a wick to the downside, but I'm gonna wait. Okay, back above it, look, 930. Retesting the first presented from 14th of January. Going through it. Looking nice for now. I don't like the fact that we left these relative equal highs here, so price is strong to the downside. Taking these relative equal lows here, yeah. It's going back up. Let's see the ES. Look, the ES is not looking so strong, so maybe ES will take these highs. Look at the difference between the Nasdaq and the ES. ES is going up, Nasdaq is going down. So the 930 candle is like a 2880, like a 50 points candle, so strong to the downside. Let's see, price is retesting the first presented from 14th of January. So let's see the ES. ES is going up, so it's an SMT. I'm just waiting to see the first presented fair value gap. Okay, price is going down again. So this was an inversion fair value gap. I'm gonna put it on the right side. Good. Let's see the E-mini S&P. So S&P went above these highs. So price, I'm expecting it to go lower now. So let's see. So this is a big SMT on the between the Nasdaq and the S&P. For now, I'm gonna just wait and prepare a sell over here. One contract, a sell limit. I'm gonna sell from here with a stop of 220. Let's see if price is gonna respect this. I really don't like the fact that these equal highs are left here open, and these relative equal highs from Friday is, but a 260, maybe 280 stop loss should be nice if we get in. I'm gonna take that risk, but price looks so bearish now. I'm gonna force a sell over here if price gets above 685s. Let's see the ES for a bit. So ES is coming down. Okay, so I'm waiting for 685s for taking a sell, because we're a bit down for me now to get in. Yeah, price is going down. Let's watch for targets on the 15. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna take a sell now by market. Perfect, we're up to 15, to 30s, to 50s, 390s. Okay, so $390 in profit for now. Price is continuing to melt. As I saw this candle with trying to get up and failed and created this strong move to the downside, I expected price to have a quick meltdown to the downside, so that's why I took that sell by market and didn't wait for price to come above 685. So we're $390 in profit for this session for now, and I also have 300 for the morning, so I'm aiming for $300 more in profit, and I'm done for this session because I already have my best day in Apex funding, and the PAs won $1,500, so I'm gonna respect that 30% rule and keep the 1.5 day as my best day. So we're currently, as you can see, 102 to 100. So let's see how price is gonna play now. I'm waiting for the first presented now for a cleaner setup, because we reacted from this fair value on the 15-minute. Let's see the 30-minute time frame. Okay, 3-minute. Let's also check the 2-minute, because no, 4-minute. No, so for now I'm gonna wait for the first presented. Okay, we have the first presented fair value over here. This is the first presented fair value gap from today. So I'm gonna make it first presented for 22 of January, and I'm gonna make it green. So let's see how price, so we tested the first presented fair value gap. Let's see how price is gonna react from that. If it wants to continue the meltdown or get above it, retest and go for these relative equal highs here, I'm gonna see. So price is pushing up, yeah. Price is pushing up above it, closing for sure above it. Yeah, we closed strong above the first presented fair value. Let's check the ES again. ES looking bullish also. Let's see targets for ES. ES didn't close this gap, so yeah, right now I'm waiting to see if okay, so I took a small buy here. Let's see how price is gonna play. So remember, 300 more, it's my target for today's session. I'm gonna play this top right here. So price is playing around this first presented fair value, so 185 in profits, 190s, 260s, 310. So I closed another $300 for this session. As you can see, price retested this first presented fair value gap that formed at 935, and it's going up for sure for this relative equal highs here because it's too much of a liquidity. So I'm up $105,000 for this PA account. Yesterday I made 5,000 and today $1,000. 650 maybe for this session, and in the London session I took that short that I showed you, that quick scalp for another 300 in 11 a.m. So look, price coming back down to retest this first presented, but it didn't touch the first presented from 14th of January and the first presented of 14th of January, and this suspension block. So price should continue going up. So from now on I'm just stay breathing for today because I made my target of $1,000. Let me put here where plus 1% for today plus $1,000, and I'm gonna put it in the center like this. I'm gonna make it bigger like this. Perfect. So as you can see, price is battling between the first presented from 14th of January and the first presented from today. So this, for me, this looks like a really good small buy side liquidity. So I'm gonna mark it as buy side. Let me make this buy side and 20. Perfect. Okay, price coming back down, maybe to retest again. So keep in mind that my bias for today was bearish, but I'm expecting before the big drop to the downside, price to take these relative equal highs because they are too clean. But my concern is that ES also took them before the NQ, so we're gonna wait. I already made my target for today, so okay, price coming back down to the first presented. Look at the bodies respecting it again. This candle to the upside, it's like getting above also this one and this one, and also the body of the 934 candle. So the stop is gonna be big if you wanted to play a buy there. Okay, price coming through it. Let's see if the body will respect it or going through it. Let me check the 1 hour time frame also for okay, back on the 1 minute. Okay, price went through it, retesting it again. So if you want to look for shorts, you can take a short like from here with a stop above this week's candle for a quick scalp to the downside. Yeah, look at this, beautiful. Like in 1 minute you would have a 3 risk to reward ratio, and price is, as you can see here, price is live. So everything is around the first presented fair value gap. Like you can use it only this and make profit every single day. It occurs every single day. So you saw price went through it, retested it with this week, and came down really fast. Okay, we're rejecting back from this 15-minute fair value gap. Let's also check the ES to see what. Okay, change in state of delivery on the ES. So let's see the 1 hour time frame. The ES didn't close this big gap. This fact I don't really like, but let me go back on the E-mini Nasdaq Futures. So let me put here like 300 in London and nearly 700 New York AM session. So there are no candle closures below this low from 937, 935. So it's not a really good confirmations for sell right now. So if you look for sells, I would wait more to see price really getting through, then retesting, then going to the downside heavy. For now, I'm just I would recommend you to just wait and see, because they are battling between these gaps. Okay, this candle looks nice for a sell. Like when you see the candle trying to get through but failing, like this one. Look, after this one, you remember the quick drop to the downside? Look, the same. The same is for this candle. If you see this candle, you just can take a small sell with a stop above this week and for a quick scalp to the downside. Look at how heavy this candle is getting. So for sure price is gonna come through this gap 15-minute and maybe retest it and go to the downside. Let's see 15 seconds more of this candle. Look at how heavy this is to the downside. This looks so heavy. Look, the retest of that 15-minute, like this, and then I'm expecting it to go down. Let's check the 15 again. So I would use this as a sell side. Let me make this. So here is a sell side. Good. Back on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see, 7 seconds more remaining. So here is a fair value gap. Let me delete this 15-minute one. Perfect. If you are good with a bigger stop loss, you can take sells over here with stop loss above this candle's wick, because price is continuing down. So let's see if it's willing to take this sell side over here. Let me check here at the midnight open. So here we have the midnight gap from Look how beautiful price is coming down. You should keep these notes on your chart for future, because if price is approaching this, you can use it for later targets. So yeah, as expected, price continuing down. Unfortunately, when you're trading funding like I do, it's hard to keep positions this long if you trade one contract, because you would make your best day. Like if I traded one contract from the first presented from today here, retested it and going down, I'd probably have, like, for now, $3,000, which is a lot. Like the 30% rule from Apex is kind of protecting you from making more profits, because let me mark this, because, like, for example, for today's session, if I made 3%, so $3,000, I would have a profit target of 9,000 before my first withdrawal, which is insane. Like, I have to make 9% for them to allow my withdrawal, but also the withdrawal would be so nice. Like 9%, it's quite an amount. Okay, as you can see, price retested with this week, this fair value gap, but let's see. Let me delete this one. Let's see the yes. Yes, looking good for bearishness. Yes, took this low at sell side, also NQ. We're under this 3 AM fair value gap. Price coming back, retesting it. Oh, sorry. Let's see. So we are inside that 15-minute, testing the 50% level. Let me mark this on the chart. Okay, let's see if the body respects it or go through it. Okay, for now price is respecting it, but we are above the 50% level, retesting this fair value from 948 as an inversion fair value to the upside. So you have to take notes live if you are tape reading, because it helps you for the future to understand the market better. Let me make it red. So price went above it, opened here, retested it, going up, retesting this fair value. So for small scalps, you can trade like almost every fair value gap. Look for a 95 to 22, that's 30-point move, and you are done for the day. Like, if you're not comfortable with holding up the position so much, you can do this. So retesting this fair value, as I told you earlier, remember this thing. So we're between the gaps now, so I'm gonna wait. If price wants to continue heavy to the downside, I would like to see price going down from this and not coming back up the 50% level of this one from 946. So if it gets above this, you can use it as an inversion fair value gap and retest it and maybe going for that buy side, which is a bit far away for me, but so right now I'm not in any trade. If I would be in any trades, you'd see it on the screen. Usually I don't stay so much in a trade because I'm trading the PA and the performance account. It's not letting us to make more profits in one single day. Let's see, price getting back in that fair value gap from 946, rejecting again to the downside. So I told you, I would like to see the 50% level remaining untouched if price wants to continue deep to the downside. If it gets above it, I'm right now retesting the lower quadrant of that, rejecting from there. So this is what I'm talking about. If it wants to go deep, to leave this 50% level, yes, looking perfect. So now retesting this inversion fair value and also this 15-minute. Let's see the 5-minute candle. Okay, so if price is gonna go through this inversion fair value and close below it, you can look for sells because price is gonna sell heavy after that. Okay, price closed below the 50% level of it, so I would personally wait for this candle to close under this inversion fair value from 948 before I would take a sell. So if you take sells, you are at your own risk right now. Price is looking sell to me because it filled this gap, so no gaps remaining to the upside, no gaps untested. So price is currently balanced. Let's see this candle closure in 5 seconds. So it closed below it. I would personally look for a sell to the downside. Let me put this right here. You can target this small low here for a quick scalp to the downside if you are not willing to keep the trade more. If you are willing to keep it, this would be a target for sells. Let's see. Okay, price coming back up to that inversion fair value, which now acts as an reclaimed fair value. Okay, looking good. That's a strong sign for sells, as I told you earlier. Okay, coming back up. Let's see the ES. The ES is going down. ES also broke these lows, which made a small SMT here on the 1 minute, but I don't think so that the NQ will hold this SMT and go upside. I don't think so. I think it's gonna go like the ES. Yeah. So the NQ tries to go down. Let me check the volume profile for a second. So gonna check the volume profile here. Okay. Okay, again touch that inversion fair value, which now acts as an reclaimed. So we have SMT, The SMT is when the S&P is creating lower lows and the NQ fares are the same backwards. That's an SMT, which is normally sign of reversals. So now we're gonna just wait, look at this meltdown. Yes, to the downside. After we retested it again, yes, perfect, to the downside. So yeah, it would be another profit for today. If you took this trade, I would have taken off there some partials and then hold for that low, but I would be very pleased with this one. If I wouldn't have made my target for today, it would have been a nice trade, but as you can see here, I'm already made my target. So it's not an inversion now, it's a reclaimed fair value. Reclaimed fair value. Let me make it bigger. Perfect. So now we are in 10 a.m. time zone. So 10 a.m. you should look for silver bullet setups to 11 a.m. before the lunch time. For now, price failed to close a candle below this low. So for big bearish movement, I would wait to see this low broken with a candle closure to the downside. So let's check the ES now again. So now it's not an SMT because also NQ broke that low. Let's check the daily time frame. Let's see the 50% level of this week because we're underneath it. So the 25,562.25 is the 50% level, which is right here. Price has closed below it, so it's a good sign for sells. So if you're taking any sell from here, from the 50% level, I would use this stop for it and the target over here, 44 points trade. So let's see. As you can see, this candle closed below this low, but not below this week. So if you want to see speed to the downside, we need to see a candle closure below this 10 a.m. Low. So 27 seconds remaining for this candle. Let's see. So even if you took profit for that day and you're done for that session, I would stay more and tape read the market to understand it better. So price coming, retesting that 50% level of the daily wick. So this, let me go back on the 1 minute and show you on this chart. Let me delete this. So the 50% level of the previous day's high candle is a good, if you want to call it support, but I don't like to use that terms, support and resistance, the retail terms. So as you can see, it came back at it, rejecting to the downside. Let me make it full screen. So 5 seconds more to close that candle. Okay, we closed in proximity of that 50% level. So I'm not currently in any trades. This is just a day reading for the market. Okay, price going above that 50% level, fails to close. It's losing its power to the upside for now, but also it doesn't have so much for the downside. Let's see, 5 seconds until this candle closes. Okay, looking good. So good signs for sales again, because we failed to go through this 50% level of that daily wick from yesterday. So we should see speed right now to the downside. Let's see how the 30-second is gonna close. So 30 seconds closing below that wick. If you don't have access to the second time frame, yeah, as I told you, to the downside speed below this low. If you don't have access to the second time frame, you can use to see live action using the counter from TradingView. So when the 30-second is showing, you can approximate that 30-second candle. Okay, price is failing to close heavily under these lows, but it took this low, which is important. Let's see the ES again. Let me check the 15-minute on the ES. Okay, 15-minute ES. Okay. So we are in this 15-minute fair value gap. Over here. Let me go like this. So we want to see a candle closure below that. Let me make it, this one I'm making light blue. No, I'm making it green because it's too many colors, and yeah. So 4 seconds remaining. Okay, price looking good for the downside movement. So we can use also these wicks like from yesterday for targets. Like I would target the lower quadrant of this wick from yesterday, and the entry was that 50% level of that wick, because we broke through it, retested it, and hopefully getting to the downside. Let me extend this. Price is really slow for the past 10 minutes. It's really slow. Okay, price coming back at that 50% level. Probably will fail again. It didn't fail, it came through it, so but in these market conditions, I don't know, 1 point or 1 point margin is okay to use, like it's not that strong. So back down to that 15-minute. Let me show you again this 15-minute fair value from 2:30 on Thursday. We're back in it, testing the 50% level of it now. Let me put this also on the middle line. So as you can see, the 50% level of it is that black line. Okay, going down strong. I'd like to see a strong move in the next minute or so, because it's 10 to 10 macro, so usually in this time it's a big candle. Let's see right now. Right now is the last minute from the 10 to 10 macro, the 950 to 10 macro. I really don't like this range over here. It's looking so choppy, so it's not really a clean setup. Yeah, price trying to get through it, failing, coming back down. Let's see, 7 seconds. Yeah, failing again to go through that 50% level. Look at that body of that candle. That's why using your correct stop loss, like if you would have used these candles high here, you'd have been smoked. That's why I used the previous strong candle weak and 2 points above it. So after this trade is stopped out or taken profit, I'm gonna stop this stream, because I already made my target, and it's the beginning of the AM session is finished, so I'm just waiting to see if this trade is coming through or not for my trading journal. For the past 12 minutes we are in the same range. Price is really indecisive now, but let's see. It's battling this opening price. Let me show you. This 530 price is a protected one, because it's the open for today, so that's why price is battling between these values, between 560s, which is the 50% level, and 530s, which is the open for today's candle. Okay, price coming back at that 50%, fading again to go through it. So that's why you have to have patience and wait. So at 10:15, I'm expecting some speed, because the 15-minute candle will close. So yeah, let's see. seconds remaining for this candle. If this closes like this, it's not a good sign for you. So if you are in any sales at close, so again, if you're in any sales and you get this occasion to close, I would close, because we are retesting it after we broke through it, and it's not a really good sign for us. Even it goes down to the downside, after this it's our strategy, so if you closed it and you are pissed right now, calm down, because there are these kind of setups every single day. So higher price coming back through it, back in that range. Okay, so this is the 10-15 candle, so it should have some volume. Checking the 50 again. So 20 seconds remaining, 18 seconds remaining for this one. As I told you, it wasn't a good sign for you, so if you closed it, congrats. We're touching that reclaimed fair value gap, rejecting from it. Let's see if we get stopped out or not. I'm not in any trade right now, but if you are, let's see. Yeah, so I told you to close there, so yeah, so today is a profitable day. We made 1%, $300 in London session when I took a small scalp, and 700 for this AM session, so we're 1% for the day, 1.5 for yesterday, so we're currently 2.5% for this performance account. So yeah, I'm gonna end this live now and see